Hi guys, Peg here. I'm just so stoked about something right now. I was just watching Mary Beth Shaw. She's down in Texas at a scrapbooking event, and I hope her stuff is selling like hotcakes because I know I love them and I want them to stay in business and keep making all kinds of things. But one of the things that she was saying is she ran into Wendy Becky down there. Now, I love Wendy Becky. She is so generous and so kind and so helpful. And one of the things that we all struggle with as mixed media artists is the permanency of things and how to keep the layers from just blending all together. Well, I have done, Wendy's technique where she just puts the alcohol on the craft mat and you add your stuff and you swipe it through. It's beautiful. I love it. But you can't do that always with layers and the mixed media stuff and the way you want to do it. So, how do you conquer that? Well, a couple of things. You guys have seen Diane Reevely, where she puts her inks into these pens and we make these beautiful watercolor brushes to do this with, and it's great, only it's watercolor. And what does watercolor do? It moves. So you have to be careful with this, because if you're going to put another layer over the top, what's going to happen? It's going to move, just like her spray inks. And so the thing is, the archival ink, once it's dry, is not going to move anywhere. And this is still a little bit damp, but you can see this is that archival ink and how beautiful it is on the page. So if I want to come in on top of here, say with this stencil, and preserve some of that lovely color, I can do that. And I can use any number of things, like if I wanted to just come in with some gesso now and block that out. Oh, maybe I'll use a different gesso. I can take a knife and some gesso, and I can apply it through that stencil. I'm just so stoked about this whole thing. Now, Mary Beth was doing something else I want to show you. Let me get this down and then we'll try something else. Oops. Yeah. Helps if you do this away from the stencil, Peg. Yeah, I'm not excited at all, am I? Oh boy. Yeah, it's already past my bedtime, and where am I? I'm in the studio playing, because it's like, I have to try that. I have to try that. It's so cool. Okay. So, got one more flower here. I'm going to just get this on here. And tomorrow I can come back and see what I have from this. Now I'm just going to lift this. And how pretty is that, right? Okay, so I'm going to tear this off and set it aside, because I want to keep working here. We'll take a look at this after it dries. So here I've just got a page. I'm just going to gesso. And getting a little wild there. Got a card here somewhere. I'm just going to do a nice thin layer so I can get this to dry. Or maybe you want a thick layer. Maybe you want it. Yeah, let's do it a little bit thicker. Let's work in wet gesso, okay? You can work dry, you can work wet. The thing about the wet stuff is the alcohol continues to travel out. So like if I take this and put it down on here, on the wet gesso, and it should stick a bit because it is damp. And then if I come in with my colors, and I'm using aquamarine and violet, and what I did is I filled a squirt bottle about 2/3 of the way full with alcohol and then added some of the archival inks. So let's do that. And then let's add the aquamarine. See what we get. Now, it's going to absorb into the gesso, I would imagine, because it's still wet. Let me clean this off. But think about it. This is now going to be permanent once it dries because this is alcohol. So I'm going to see how it's pulling away from the stencil here. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to just go back a couple of pages and plop that down to clean it off. And let's dry this a little. It's pulled up here a little bit. I think I'm just going to let it run. See what we get. Because I think that's cool too. And actually, I have let me put just a few drops of alcohol on that. See how much play you can get with this stuff? Okay, so that's on the gesso. Let's do oh, that's even cool. Look at where I just plopped it down to do the cleanup. Okay, now I'm going to do, let me do a different stencil. Let's do this one. Since CAC is all about flowers, I'll use a different one. And this time I'm going to leave the paper raw and I'm going to use some light molding paste. Isn't it fun to experiment? I just love to do this. I know most people say, oh, but you should be making a video that's all about art. Well, this is all about art. Art to me is a lot of experimentation. So, you know, don't be intimidated by this stuff. Don't let it tell you where to go and what to do. Play with it. You don't have to have rules. Okay. Just trying to even this out a little bit. Okay. So now we've got some light molding paste down there. Actually, we could do another over here, couldn't we? Yes, we could. Let me talk to myself now. Okay. Just get this little bud in on this side. I'm going to set that side for just a moment while I clean this up so it doesn't get stuck to everything. And I have some baby wipes so I can clean my stencil. You can do this better under running water later. I'm getting the surface stuff off right now. And this one's got a little bit of stuff on it too. Just get the chunky stuff. You can see I've had other colors on here. I have used this stencil. Yes, I have. So, all right, got that. Now, the cool thing about this particular stencil from Tracy Batista is it has a mask and a stencil. So here's, you know, the stencil and the mask. So you can do a lot of things with that. That's one of the things I like about some of those things that they're coming out with from Stencil Girl. Okay, so now this is still damp, which is fine. I don't care about that. But I'm going to hit it with, let's see, should I do that or should I wait? It says it grabs color from inks and spray. What the heck? This is the playtime, right? So I'm going to do violet. I should have a green in here too, shouldn't I? That's the next color, folks. Okay. Do a violet. And it is getting a little bit thicker in there with that one. So then I'm going to come with a little bit of that aquamarine. And let's just, not all the way dry it, but, or maybe I want a few drops. Let's do a few drops of alcohol on there. Okay, I'm not going to dry it all the way off. But can you see that, guys? This is just gorgeous. I'm loving this. Very pretty effect. And here's the page that we did with the drippies. And then here's the one we did initially with the mask. So that's it, guys. Go out there and tell Mary Beth you saw it with Peg and you want to know more, because I'm sure she, and honestly, Wendy Becky's very good about telling you more if there's more stuff to be had. So check out both of them. They both, Wendy Becky is Studio 490. Mary Beth Shaw is with Stencil Girl. And the stencils I was using, this was Tracy Batista. And this one was S313. I'm sorry, I don't know who made that one. This one is S297. Oh, Habicht. Sorry, I don't know her or him. But yeah, check them out. Okay, guys, that's it. Bye.